Welcome back one more time to Penn Live. This is Greg Pickel. I'm Dustin Hockensmith, looking ahead to Penn State's football recruiting efforts. Michal Menet, the big fish, is on board. 9 commitments now in Penn State's 2016 class. And the big question, I guess, moving on from Menet is, offensive line or otherwise, who are the big targets left on the board for Penn State? And I'm talking the most premium prospects who are realistic options for the Nittany Lions.
Absolutely. Well, offensive line, I mean, we think 1 or 2 more are going to come there. Will Fries and Josh Ball are the 2 names to know there, and they're probably going to decide within the next 14 days. So we could see offensive line recruiting for Penn State wrap up before the end of June. At linebacker, Brendan Ferns is a 4-star out of Ohio. He recently sort of moved on from Ohio State. There were some things there I don't think they could work out. So Penn State, West Virginia are 2 of the biggest schools in play, and this is a talented player that if Penn State's only going to take 1 or 2 at linebacker, he's the type of kid you want. You look into the secondary, Tamar Hamlin from Pittsburgh Central Catholic. You could have saw him back in the PAAA playoffs. Really doing a lot of good work for Pittsburgh Central Catholic. He's a 4-star corner. Penn State wants him. So there's a lot of options on the board. Defensive line, it's going to be a big focus now. As big as offensive line, Rashad Wheeler out of Pittsburgh Central Catholic and Karamo Diabate out of Philadelphia Imhotep, 2 4-star defensive tackles. Names to know. Penn State would love to land both.
What about Hamlin now? Because we talked about this earlier. He was spotted at track and field wearing Pitt gear. He was spotted at the opening in Columbus wearing an Ohio State visor. The momentum seems to be shifting to Ohio State, but Penn State is still in the mix for him.
Yeah, they're going to make his top 10 according to reports as soon as he releases it. He was supposed to release it this week. We're getting, of course, near the end of the week. We're recording this on Wednesday, so he might wait until next week. But this is a kid that has really, he wanted that Penn State offer last year, and he's been back to Penn State. Now, Pittsburgh obviously is always going to be in play. Ohio State is always going to be in play. Penn State's not out of this thing. I think they probably would have liked to get him on campus a little bit more, but at the end of the day, with a kid like that, you're going to be in play until he eliminates you, and to this point he hasn't, and it doesn't look like he's going to eliminate Penn State at any time in the future.
There you have it, the final word so far from Greg Pickel. I'm Dustin Hockensmith, wrapping this up for PennLive.com.